Today we're going to be taking a look at the March 2025 Tomica. A little behind, but this is a great mix that I did not want to skip over or anything. So getting into it now. The Aston Martin DBX here is the only recolor model, and this isn't even actually part of the main line. They make it look like that, but this is a foreign exclusive or Asia exclusive. Released in China. I think these are placeholders in the lineup for licensing that doesn't really translate to China, which I'm not sure what the 113 is. But yeah, so they just do random recolors. China, maybe Taiwan too, because they have the Taiwan taxi coming too. So I think they're just like placeholders in the lineup for like a licensing issue in other countries. So this is not available in Japan, I don't think. But this is one of the greatest recolors I've ever seen Tomica do. Let's get into this. We saw they did the sports car Aston Martin, that I'm blanking on which model it is. That one was in like a yellowish green, like a very light green. This one is deeper, and this is like British racing green, and I absolutely adore it. Take a look at that. Too bad this one doesn't have the brown interior like the red one did. Or the black one might have. I think the red one had a tan interior. So it's just got a boring black interior, but that is a gorgeous color. Look at that. I love this thing. With the black wheels too. Still got the lens, headlights, Aston Martin badge on the front there, fogs down below. Black interior, black roof. I don't know if the other ones had a black roof. And then the trim around the windows. Taillight bar across the back there, and then the Aston Martin logo on the rear liftgate. Whoa. Kind of got like a Jeep Wagoneer S spoiler going there with the slit in the middle. But yeah, absolutely love this thing. Does have suspension. And that is a great recolor. Moving on, we got a snow machine. The Dicing Material Spreader. NWS60BC5. What a mouthful. It is a UD Trucks, as you can see on the front there. That's pretty much why I got it. I like the licensed trucks. And a massive snowplow is kind of cool, although it's not going to be really in scale with anything, unfortunately. And I don't even know if it'll fit in the case because of the plow on the front of it. Which, as you can see, they can't even put in the box. The plow is separately attached. Oh, because there's two attachments. Alright. Look at that. You got big plow and little plow. Oh, you can't see. Hold on. Hold on, let me get the box in the background. Two plow attachments. So you got the big boy here, which it, oh, okay, so it just attaches from underneath there. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Oh wait, why does that look broken? Well, that's weird. Oh, that's the rear plow. It's not even fully molded. It's supposed to have a little clip that goes into the back of that. There's no shrapnel in the box. So that must not have been fully molded from the factory. That's weird. So I can't really properly review this thing. Missing the rear plow, but that's weird. Here we have the, I don't even know what UD Trucks this is. The cab is so weird and loaded with lights and all that. And there's all these attachments on the bottom of it too. It's weird. 2024 it says. The rear salter here, the gritter, it is that open? No. It is a separate piece. But I don't think it does anything. Unless that triggers something. I don't know. This gritter is plastic. The frame here is metal. All this black you see. Of course, the chassis is plastic. The frame's metal and the cab is metal. So it does have some weight to it, but it is absolutely tiny. A little light on the roof there. You got your exhaust on the side. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There's the big plow. The plow doesn't like articulate or anything. It just snaps in there. And there you go. Yeah, so extremely undersized for what it is. But it is a really cool model. And a very fun one. Although it's definitely not fitting in the display case with that plow on it. Even with this one not attached. But let me check that box again. Yeah, there's nothing else in that box. So I'm going to say it just didn't get molded properly. That's weird. Rare that Tomica has quality issues that bad. Now let's move to the Toyota Crown. This is the Toyota Crown sedan, as it's called in Japan. Properly so, because the sedan, quote unquote, they give us in the United States, this thing, is the crossover in Japan. Which obviously means that they don't really recognize the sedan in the US market. This is the true sedan. We're going to compare them and tell you why this one's better. Brand new casting, of course, for 2025. Look at that. That is a proper Crown. Elegant. And of course it's bigger than the crossover. Which, can you even call it a crossover? I don't know what this is. It's like it's a sedan that sits on a crossover platform. The old one. Or the one they give us in the United States, which is also available in Japan. But you can see, is it 166? Yeah, okay, so these are to scale with each other. And you can see that the sedan is longer than the Cross by a decent margin. And they are quite different vehicles, as you can see. Completely different vehicles. Oh, and this is better. So I don't like the massive wheels on this one. Kind of makes it look out of place with the other Crowns. But you do get a nice Crown logo on the front there. The headlights, of course, the new Toyota design language. RAV4 shares it, the Camry shares it, Prius shares it, and so does the Crown. Front grille there, markers down below. Now, Tomica has done the Prius, but they have not done the Camry yet, and the RAV is a little too new. Maybe we'll see it next year. But I would love to see the new RAV as the Tomica. Crown across the back there. PHEV on the liftgate. Love the tail light with the black around it. Gives it nice depth. And then the black trim on the rear there. Nice pearl white finish. Yeah, I don't care for the massive wheels, though. I wish it was a little more in line with the other Crowns. I mean, this one should get the massive wheels because it's technically a crossover. But good suspension. And the casting looks really good. I love this thing. Proper Crown. Now, take out the first color variant in this copper, which is also shared by the crossover. This copper color is like a new thing they're doing with the Crowns. There's also the Crown Signia, which is a wagon, and then the Crown Sport, which is like a little tiny crossover, which is probably no bigger than a GR Yaris. Well, it's pretty much a four-door GR Yaris, so it is probably bigger. But I don't know if Tomica is going to do those. They should. I would love to see the Signia in 164 at least, even if Tomica doesn't do it. Okay, yeah, they both had chrome on the front there. I didn't really notice it. I thought that was a fog light, but it just looks like it's chrome trim. The black grille, which I thought one of them had like I thought the white one had a camera in it when I looked at it, but it might have just been the little paint splotch in there. Crown badge on the front there. Love the copper color. Of course, the rear quarter window is blacked out. It's metal. There's no actual window there, which is cool to see because Tomica used to do that a lot. They used to also black out the rear windows, but they don't really do that anymore. Again, the depth on that tail light looks amazing. I love that. Crown across the trunk there, and then PHEV on the lift gate. Black trim on the rear. They got a pretty flat belly. And of course, suspension. Moving on to the premium release of the month, we have the Subaru Sambar. This is the current body style. Well, I believe it's still current. Now, these are 155 scale, so they're going to be a little bit oversized. But hopefully they look great. Actually, I'm pretty sure they look great. Though they've been out for a while now. Oh, yeah. Oh, and I forgot about that. They've got a little surprise to them. Also, that color is gorgeous. But let's take a look at this thing real quick. And I just filmed the Matchbox XJ220 video. Matchbox is trying to incorporate more metal bases into their lineup, and so is Tomica. Check that out. Metal chassis on the Sambar. So that's 2 in a row. The NSX and the, or not the NSX, the CRX and the Sambar having a metal chassis. Look at that. This thing is awesome. Nice headlight details there. You got your yellow plate on the front there, which is a reference, well, the yellow plate is a, the K-car plate. So all the K-class vehicles have yellow plates. Subaru badge on the front there. You got your headache rack on the back. I love that with a little fog light. Or the cargo light, whatever you want to call it, up in there. The bed itself is plastic here, but the cab's metal. The frame under the bed here, I believe, is part of the cab, and that's metal as well. Love the steely wheels on here, and of course the chassis is metal. And you got your little blind rivet for the bed. Yellow plate on the rear again, lovely little exhaust, and then of course your motor kind of sticks out there behind the plate. Because these are rear engine, that's your hood. That's how you service the engine. Tail lights, yeah, pretty cool. It is a little front heavy holding it in your hand, but it sits down on the ground very nice, and this is just a great casting. I love this. The wheels are so properly sized too, because the rear ones have such small wheels. I love this thing. Now let's take a look at the white one. The white one is slightly different detail-wise. You can see the lower grille there is not black like it is on the blue one. Let's take a peek. And the Tomica Premium line has more surprises to come. With the Elfard, I believe it's the Elfard, not the Velfire. They're doing the Elfard, the brand new body style. And that one has the opening sliding doors, which we haven't seen in like 10 years from Tomica, which is amazing. But here you go. Oh, so that lower grille is a plastic insert. It's hard to tell with the black one, but you can definitely tell on the white one that it's a plastic insert. So I'm sure it's part of the headlight assembly there. All one piece that just snaps in from the front end. So this one gets the white color matched grille. You got your orange markers on the side, which this one had clear markers. Pretty interesting, which I'm sure is based off the promotional photos because the Oshima model kits are the same way. You got the steely wheels. And of course your tail lights and your yellow license plate with the fog light, the rear fog light there, and of course the other light up in there on the headache rack. Black door handles, which they both have black door handles. Of course, now I got checked, but I don't see Subaru changing door handles. They both left-hand drive, yeah. Pretty cool, and of course, metal chassis as well, just to make it uniform. that the gas tank in the front? I guess it would have to be if the engine's back here. That looks like the gas tank. No suspension on these though, unfortunately, but metal base kind of makes up for that. And there you guys have it. That is Tomica 2020 or March 2025. Oh, Jesus. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next one. Let me know what y'all think. Bye for now.